Students, now I am going to explain example 19. A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. Okay, this is a given question. What is given? A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. Okay. Then upstream and downstream of the boat is given and total hours is 10 hours. This is the first condition. Okay. Then for upstream 30 km, for downstream that is 44 km is given. Okay. In next condition, this is first case. Next case, in 13 hours, total hours is 13. Then that boat can go 40 km upstream for 40 km and downstream for 55 km. Okay, then two cases are given. We have to find the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. Okay, we have to find the speed of the stream and speed of the boat in still water. Two cases we have to find and given two cases. Okay. And then first we have to find what? The speed of the stream and speed of the boat in still water. Okay. So that is not given in your question. So we have to find. So we have to take, this is one variable. Let the speed of the boat in still water first we have to take, that is x kilometer per hour. Okay. We need kilometer and hours. So we have to take x is kilometer per hour. Then next we have to find what? The speed of the stream. Okay. Then next we have to take the speed of the stream is y kilometer per hour. Okay. Then first in the beginning of the solution we have to take x and y variables for the boat in still water and stream. Okay. Then next we have to write the speed of the boat downstream. Okay, the speed of the boat downstream. What is the meaning for the downstream? Downstream means that boat will go the same direction like that stream. Okay, then that is increase. So we have to write x plus y. This is increased, so we will write x plus y. Downstream means that will same direction. Okay. Then x plus y into kilometer per hour. The next for the speed of the boat upstream. Upstream means that boat will go in opposite direction. Opposite direction means that will be very difficult to go to in the stream. Okay, so we will write decreasing order. Then we will write x minus y. This is decreasing, so we will write x minus y kilometer per hour. Okay. Then next we will find the time. Then do you know the time formula? We have to find the time only. So we will write time equal to distance by, already you have learned in physics class, time equal to distance by speed. Okay, we using this condition in the question. Then we need time. Okay, then already in our question given, how many times given? Two cases is given, then 2 hours also given. In first case 10 hours is given, in the second case 13 hours is given. Okay, 10 hours and 13 hours. So in the first case we have to take the time is t1. Okay, so let us take, let t1 be the time taken in hours. We have to take the time in hours. Okay, in hour. Then the boat goes 30 km upstream. Okay, so we have to take in the first case, you take, this is case 1. Okay, this is case 1. So let us take, let t1 be the time taken in hours when the boat goes 30 kilometer upstream. This is the first case. Okay, then how will you write the time and hours in the condition? Okay, then time already we have taken. Then T1 is a time equal to distance. What is the distance? 30 kilometer is a distance. So we can write 30 divided by speed. What is the speed of the upstream? Speed of the upstream is what? Speed of the boat upstream is x minus y. So we have to write x minus y. Okay. Next we have to write the second time T2. Then let T2 be the time taken in hour when the boat goes 44 kilometer. This is downstream. Okay, downstream. Then how to apply this given conditions in the time formula? Then time is T2 equal to distance. Distance is 44 kilometer divided by speed. Speed of the downstream already we have taken in the beginning. That is, downstream means that is same direction, x plus y, increasing. Okay. Then we have written the time 2 equal to 44 divided by x plus y. Okay. Then next condition, we have to find the total time. Okay. In the question, what is given? What is given in our question? What is given in our question? In first case, a boat goes 30 kilometer upstream and 44 kilometer downstream in 10 hours. Okay. And is given. So we have to add the total time. We have to find the total time. Already we have written T1 and T2. Okay. So find the total time of T1 and T2 equal to, what is T1? T1 is 30 divided by x minus y plus T2 is 44 divided by x plus y. Okay. Then this is equation 1 we have to take. Then next second case. Case 2. The same procedure only we can use. Then first let T3, third time. Okay. T3 be the time taken in hours when boat goes 40 kilometer upstream. Okay. Second case. Then let T3 be the time taken in hour when boat goes 40 kilometer upstream. Then how to write this condition in the formula, time formula? Then T3 is the time, distance is 40 kilometer, speed of the upstream. Then x minus y or x plus y for upstream, that is given x minus y. Okay, decreasing. Then next we have to take T4. Let T4 be the time taken in hour when boat goes, how many kilometer is given? 55 kilometer downstream. Okay, then using this condition in the formula for this time, so time is T4, then equal to distance is 55 divided by the next speed. This is downstream. Speed of the downstream is increasing, x plus y. Okay. The next we have to find the total time of the two conditions. Okay. Then what is given? In 13 hours, total time is 13 hours. Okay. Then in 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometer upstream and 55 kilometer downstream. Okay. Then we have to find the total time. T3 plus T4 equal to, what is T3? 40 by x minus y plus 55 by x plus y. Okay. Then don't take this as equation 1. Okay. Then in first case, what is given? We have to find the total time for the two conditions, and the total loss is 30 by x minus y plus 44 by x plus y equal to total loss is 10. Okay, this is equation 1. Then in the second case, we have to add the third time and fourth time. So we will get the loss is, that is already given in your question. Total loss is 13. This is equation 2. Okay. Now when we see the two equations, that is not a linear pair of equation. This is simple pair of equation. So first we have to change the pair of equations into linear form. Okay. And when we consider the first equation is 30 by x minus y plus 44 by x plus y equal to 10. And second equation is 40 by x minus y plus 55 by x plus y equal to 13 we get. Okay, this is not a linear form. This is simple pair of equation. We have to change the two equations into linear form. Okay, that is already you know. So first let us take let 1 by x minus y equal to p. Any letters you can take. X to 1 by x plus y equal to q. Okay. Then we have to apply the given this condition in the equation. Okay. Then apply in first equation. First 1 by x minus y is p. Then we will get 30p plus 44 1 by x plus y is q equal to 10. Okay. This is equation 3. Then from second equation, 40p plus 55 q equal to 13. This is fourth equation. Now when we consider the two equations, that is linear form of pair of equation. Okay. Then next, how to solve the two equations? Already we know, and we have three methods. Okay. Substitution method, elimination method, cross multiplication method. In your textbook that is given cross multiplication method, but now I explain substitution method. Okay. That is easy method. So I will explain using the substitution method. Okay. Then when we consider the third equation, first we have to find 30p. We have to separate 30p term in left hand side. So we will get 10. 44q is an under addition, that will change subtraction, minus 44q. Okay. Now we need p only. So p equal to, this 30 is in under multiplication. So we will get 10 minus 44q divided by 30. Okay. You take this is equation 5. The next we have to substitute the p value in any equation. Okay. Then now I take fourth equation, substitute p equal to 10 minus 44q divided by 30 in any equation. Okay. Then now I substitute p value in fourth equation. Then we will get 40 into p value is 10 minus 44q divided by 30 plus 55q equal to 13. The next step, we will multiply by 40 for the whole term. Then 40 into 10, 400 minus 40 into 44, 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16 plus 1, 17, remaining 1 0. Okay, then q, variable is q. Then divided by 30 is the common denominator. Next plus 55q equal to 13. Okay, we get like this. The next we have to take 55q has no any denominator. Let us consider that is 1. Okay, so take a cross product. 1 into the whole term is we will get that number itself. Then we will get 400 minus 1760q. Next plus 30 into 55q. Okay, then first we have to multiply 55 into 3. 3 5s are 15 and remaining 1. 3 5s are 15 plus 1 16. Remaining 1 0 is there. Okay, then q variable is q. Then divided by, multiply the denominators. 1 into 30, 30 we will get. In right hand side the constant is 13. Okay, the next step we have to consider the like terms first. Then we will get 400 minus into plus minus. So we can subtract the two numbers. 1760 minus 1650. We will get 110 q. Then which is the biggest number? 1760 is the biggest number. So the symbol also negative. Okay, then divided by 30 equal to constant 30. The next step, we need q term only. Q only we need. So we have to separate q term in left hand side. So this 30 will go to right side. This is under division. Division will interchange multiplication. So we will get the next step, 400 minus 110q equal to 13 into 30. 30 will go to this side. Okay. The next, multiply the two numbers. Okay. Then 400 minus 110q equal to, first you multiply 13 and 3. 3 3s are 9. 1 3 is 3. Remaining 1 0. Okay. The next we need q only. So we will separate the 110q is in left hand side. 400 is under addition. Addition will interchange subtraction. Then we will get 390 minus 400. Then when we subtract the two numbers, we will get 390 minus 400, 10. Okay, then biggest number symbol is minus, so we will write minus. The next, minus and minus will be cancelled. Then we will get 110q equal to 10. We need q only, so we have to separate q in left hand side. 110 is in under multiplication, that will interchange in divisions. Then we will get 10 divided by 110. When we cancel the two numbers, 0 and 0 will be cancelled. We will get q equal to 1 by 11. Okay. Then now next we have to find p value from this value. Okay. We will substitute this q value in any equation. We will get the p value. Then we will apply the q value in p equation. Substitute q equal to 1 by 11. 1 by 11 in this equation. 1 by 11 in this equation, fifth equation. Okay, 10 minus 44q divided by 30. Fifth equation is p equal to 10 minus 44q divided by 30. Then apply the q value in this condition. P equal to 10 minus 44 into q value 1 by 11 divided by 30. Okay. Then we can cancel the two numbers. This is multiplication, so we can cancel. 1 11 is 11. 4 11s are 44. Now we will get p equal to 10 minus 1 4 is 4 divided by 30. When we subtract the two numbers, 10 minus 4, 6 will come. 6 by 30. Then we can cancel the two numbers. 1 6 is 6. 5 6 are 30. Then p equal to, therefore p equal to 1 by 5 we will get. Okay. Now we will get q equal to 1 by 11 and p equal to 1 by 5. We have taken p equal to 1 by x minus y and q is 1 by x plus y. Okay, then p is 1 by 5 means 1 by x minus y also 1 by 5. Q is 1 by 11, therefore 1 by x plus y also 1 by 11. Next we take a cross multiplication in the two conditions. 1 into 5 is 5 equal to 1 into x minus y, x minus y. In this side also 1 into 11, 11, 1 into x plus y, x plus y. The next we will find x. See the solution, we will get the equation. In order we can write x minus y equal to 5 and x plus y equal to 11. Okay, you take this is equation 6, this is equation 7. This also two equations. So we have to solve symbol method. Okay, then how can we solve the two equations? When we add the two equations, we will get x value. When we subtract the two equations, we will get y value. Okay, then now I will add the two equations, 6 plus 7. Then x minus y equal to 5 and x plus y equal to 11. Let's add the two equations. X plus x, we will get 2x. Minus y plus y will be cancel, equal to 5 plus 11, 16. The next we will get x equal to 16. 2 is in under multiplication, that will interchange division. When we cancel the two numbers, we will get 1 2 is 2, 8 2s are 16. Therefore, x equal to 8. Then using this x value, you have to find the y value. You substitute this x value in any equation, x equal to 8 in 7th equation or 6th equation. Now I take 7th equation, x plus y equal to 11. X value is 8 plus y value we have to find. Okay, then y equal to 11. This is under addition, that will interchange subtraction. Then y equal to 11 minus 8, 3. Okay, now we get x equal to 8 and y equal to 3. Last you write. Therefore, the solutions are x equal to 8 and y equal to 3 are the pair of linear equations.